Yeah. Better recording. You can also, like, if you go and like watch it progress through the series, you can watch me gain a bunch of weight and lose it. No joke. I think someone pointed that out to me the other day. It's like, yo, like watching this series is kind of a roller coaster ride. Like watching your face puff up like you got stung by a pufferfish and then like slim down is weird. It's like, thanks.
I'll have to go through a minute. I'll have to go through and make a time lapse of that.
It's like depression does some shit to you.
Yes, yes, it does.
Anyway, when we last left off with our intrepid adventurers in the second coil of Bahamut, they had just managed to finish off Nael Deus. Deus? I'm gonna say Deus. I'm gonna say Deus. Deus Darnus. In pitch combat. Things got dicey there for a moment as Nael proved to be, by and away, probably the strongest opponent that our Agents of Mayhem have ever faced, dealing considerable damage to most of the party and actually fatally wounding Yedrin Hunt, who, through the usage of Dak's ability, White Lilies, managed to avoid being struck down for good. However, if I am not mistaken, Yedrin, you took an additional 2 fatal blows after that?
I think I took one.
One?
Yeah.
Needless to say, our good Yedrin Hunt is feeling the pain of being stabbed through completely. Most of the group experienced quite a bit of agony, sorrow, and fear throughout the entirety of the battle, culminating in the dropping of Dalamud, the original second moon of Eorzea, Hydaelyn, the planet, upon the battlefield. After the explosion and the trauma of the event, their good friend Arcelestia lost control and reverted into a primal. The battle was swift and conclusive shortly after that, with Nael receiving 2 very powerful blows from the transfigured creature, whom also severely wounded one Kato Hailstrom in the moment, only to regain control of himself after these blows were dealt, and it was soon revealed that Nael was alive. However, a swift blow in combination from Rowan, Yedrin Hunt, and Workson saw her finally defeated.
You realize,
yes?
excuse, Ark was just waiting for a chance to kick the shit out of Kato.
I mean, he doesn't really need an excuse. Anyway, we now resume back with our party, as you all find yourselves relaxing for a moment. The entire world around you flashes red and starts to dissolve. You find yourselves standing on a large metallic platform domed over as you look around and quickly realize that, similar to Zan's ship, you are standing in a hologram projecting chamber. You were never as high as you thought you were. In fact, for the most part, none of you ever left the actual ground.
Those wounds feel pretty real, though, right?
Yes. The corpses of the things that you killed are still laying about.
Alright, so from the dragon that I killed, can I get a fang and a couple scales off this as proof of the kill?
Make a survival check.
Alright. I think survival is one of my decent ones.
I see rolls a 1. No.
I popped my head, I'm like, yeah, until I roll a 1.
You, with a 17 on that, and you start to do it, the hide of these creatures is incredibly tough. Like, you know firsthand, and the tools that you're using are not great. You start to skin it and try to do everything, and by the time you like pry a scale off or get a tooth, you've like broken it into dust.
Oof.
Hey, to that that machine thingy that she was using to take pictures and scamming people with back at the tournament. What was that thingy called again?
Oh, you're talking. You're in character. I thought you were talking about out of character.
I'm fully in character. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm apologizing for being in character, but okay.
It took me off guard. You usually have a much different. You actually do have a very different tone when you speak with Rowan. So to hear her talk that way, I was like, "Are you out of character right now?"
Nope.
Would anyone like to answer that?
Out of character. I actually can't remember if Jack had seen that or not.
I can't
Me
remember.
neither.
Yedrin, you were the one like she was taking pictures with.
I know.
You want to scan to do the scanning.
I tried to remember if she actually ever said its exact name or anything.
So it was like some kind of like instant photo. Well, kind of like an instant photo thing. And she was gonna instant like painting. Sorry, I don't mean to say photo. Forget that. Instant painting thing that she was gonna send out, but she had a name for it. What name? You don't remember? She was using you, quite literally.
It was going to be a mutual using it that evolved into hijinks, and I can't quite remember what she called it, if she even called it anything.
Well, considering the last time you were in Avernus, it wouldn't be as mutually beneficial as it was when you were with Daddy Wolf.
I just hear like Ark like, oh, it hurts to laugh.
Rowan still has him basically propped up on her lap, so she's gonna start. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make.
You actually look down. You can see when he did that. There's like blood just like gushed out of his nose and is now running down his chest. And as it goes, it boils and evaporates. And he's like, "Oh, that stinks. That stinks."
So, you think we're gonna find somewhere safe to rest? Because I'm pretty sure all of us casters are on empty at the moment. I know I am.
I think I have one cast of an actual heal spell, and then I've got some channels left. But yeah, resting would be nice.
Ark starts like looking through his spell, like mentally going through his spell list, and he goes, "Huh, I still have a lot of my high levels."
So does that mean you can make that secret special room appear like you did that other time?
I can, but
Who knows
considering we were like, you know, last time the big thing that really hurt us was the very last thing, and then we got back. Like, let's go forward and see how we're going. How is everybody? It's been a while since I've done that, and I forgot how tired that makes me.
Yeah.
You know, as bad. That might be the adrenaline from basically soloing a fucking dragon.
I forgot how scary you are when you're like that.
It's like Ark just like looks at Works and goes, Works, I don't want to shit on your parade. Congratulations, you did great. Whatever. Yedrin killed 3 of those fuckers.
Yedrin had help.
And?
Works dragged me away from you and you were gonna zap me.
Everybody had help. This is a battle that we've won, but we all need to recoup. Especially you, as she nudges Ark carefully.
He's like, okay. And as you do so, there's like a tingle along your finger where you nudge him.
Yeah, if you hear me screaming bloody and like bloody agony in a little bit, that'll be the adrenaline wearing off.
Yeah. And he looks around. He doesn't see Adol. He goes,
I'm next to Adol, damn it.
Yeah, but Adol like passed out and is behind Kato.
Yes.
So we got a heal stick. We'll have somebody hit you with the heal stick if you start to scream. Works. So let's just figure other stuff out.
No, I'm fine. I'll just be, the adrenaline wearing off, and my body reminding me how much actual pain it is in right now.
You all look around, and then you see Alize just kind of very slowly push like a little metallic latch up where she was apparently like in a hidey hole the entire time. She goes, all good?
We're all good here.
I'm gonna go.
Also, did we lose Kato?
Yeah.
He's in it. I might be crapping out again.
He's in roll 20 still.
It could be didn't.
Oh, he's not in Discord though.
Yeah. Dak's gonna check over Adol and probably do like one of her little channels because she's still got that going.
He's online.
So it's 44 health.
Yeah, well, you start healing and Adol's like,
Just enough to get him up.
yeah, he's like blinking, kind of opening his eyes. Yedrin with a 28, and you're starting to like harvest. Which one would you like to, or which ones would you like to harvest?
Walk's already got some stuff off one of the big ones.
Work's
I'll go
got
for
nothing.
Yeah, he basically got like a bunch of like dragon dust. He got dandruff.
well, I'll try for
Hey, welcome back, Kato.
My laptop had a little fit.
It happens. So you said you're gonna try for all of them?
Well, I'll go for the smaller ones first.
Okay. With a 28, you managed to get like 2 or 3 perfectly pristine scales off of them, and then a pair of teeth and a talon.
Yeah, I'll basically just be doing stuff like that in the background while we're resting up and before we move on. So.
All right. For the sake of it, let's say that you get 6 frost dragon scales, 6 magma dragon scales, and 6 sovereign dragon scales, along with 12 dragon teeth and 6 dragon talons.
Okay, and 6 talents?
Yes.
Okay. I just noted that all down. Okay. And that's just happening in the background while people chat, heal, and yada yada.
Speaking of healing, what about you? Don't you need it healed?
I'm holding, not dead. Happily.
Not dead yet.
Get
I still
back.
have a little magic left. Everyone come together.
Ark's gonna like get up, shaking a little, just gonna like, ow, 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 ow.
Rowan's gonna help him.
It's clear that he's not injured the same way that you guys are. It's kind of like Works' incident, where it was a massive change to his body, and now he's back to what he is. So it's like all the muscles in his body are like just
Strained.
just strained and aching.
Well, still, brunt. Ah! Rowan is going to help carry the brunt of it.
Alright.
Okay.
Or kind of hobbles over using his lance as a walking stick.
Shit.
So we get. So everyone gets 20 hit points. We get 44 from Nature's Bounty and 20 from.
No, Nature Bounty was done on
It's a big AoE anyway. I just assumed we were all getting together anyway, so
Yeah.
sorry.
So
So
So we tend to do
Alize, after she comes up, kind of goes, okay, so you, and she points to a doll who's just kind of groggily leaning against Dak at this point, and Ark, you two, what in the name of the 12?
One of them's a blue mage.
In this group, you learn not to ask.
Right, I thought
It's
one
just
being,
easier that way.
I thought one being a blue mage explains all of at least one of them.
I'll break it down in the simplest terms I can.
Magic
bullshit. You can't just say that in unison.
Deck just sighs and hugs on date.
She goes, okay, blue mage. Right. That doesn't...
Don't look for answers. You won't get. Just look at them.
If you want answers, go ask Gardania. How's that?
I'm Charlayan, it's what we do!
I know. I'm just saying. If you want answers, go talk to Gardania. How's that?
That She's got a doesn't point. mean you're gonna like the answers you find. In Ark's case, you definitely will not.
Like I said, in most of our cases, we don't even know 100%.
Yeah.
Well, at least we managed to free Nael from Bahamut's clutches. That would have been quite the travesty if, well, a deity-worshipping Garlean of high rank managed to escape to the surface.
Not to mention being backed up by more than a few dragons.
It always sucks to kill dragons.
As you all say this, there's... Go ahead, Fiona.
Considering Nael's what presaged the Seventh Umbral Calamity, yes, it's quite a good thing.
As you're all saying this, there is a sudden grunt coming from center stage, and you look, and a no longer dragonified Nael is standing there holding her chest, her aether kind of flickering off of her body entirely blue as she's staring forward, and she goes, I yield fealty to no deity. Thank you very much.
Oh, whatever, bitch.
Go back to dead.
She just kind of blinks for a moment. She goes, wait, where am I? What, something... No. Now she's just holding her face.
How fortuitous she doesn't remember.
Shock. Gasp. Oh.
I mean, she was enthralled. If she was enthralled, that means don't we get to kill her all over again?
Wait,
Do we have to?
I've been claiming to be Nael von Darnus, yes?
Indeed, you have.
Rowan, she's dead. Like, she's straight up dying right now. There is no kill her again.
Doing that little shit.
Yeah, we're basically talking to a ghost who's probably only sticking around because there's so much hate in the air they can stick around.
I'm trying to think of what would be a moment in game that would that you would remember that is like this.
She's
The warrior light fight.
in a Doctor Who moment, so we're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and she goes, Nael was my brother. My name is Eula. E-U-L-A.
End user license agreement?
I took my brother's position and served to bring honor to him. Yes, I was Nael, but start shaking her head.
Nael is like Fandaniel and what's his face. They're just titles. They're not actual names.
No. This is actually straight up canon. What I'm spouting off right now.
Oh no, I'm like saying this in game as a question.
No. Nael was my brother's name.
Okay.
Nael von Darnus was indeed one of the Empire's greatest warriors.
I'm not disregarding that. I'm just trying to figure out why she'd take her brother's name instead of have her own name out there.
Probably
Fear.
I was gonna say it's probably something morale, something replacement.
Something strike fear into the hearts of my enemies.
Indeed, it's rather news to me that Nael had ever died. Well, up until just before the calamity, that is, but...
Well... It wasn't heard from after, so...
Dole's like
Wait.
still leaning against Dak, and he goes, "Can we just kill the bitch, please?"
She's already dead.
Give it a few minutes.
I know,
I
but,
mean,
you know...
Can we just shut her up?
No, they're a villain. They have to monologue. We interrupted the last one.
Dole just looks at Works like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Dak just sighs and pulls Date against her and kind of wraps her tail around him. It's fine. Just ignore her, okay? It's fine.
Never mind the peanut gallery. Do you remember anything about your campaign against Eorzea as leader of the 7th Legion?
In reference to what? Are you talking about the media project?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, that was solely my idea at the first part, but in the time of attempting to perform said action, I, being of sound body and mind right now, Eula von Darnus, was completely unaware of what laid inside. If you want me to be blunt about it, the Eorzeans, the savages, as we so often called them, and as I still consider a great many of you.
Narrows eyes.
She looks at Dak.
Flame power.
She looks at Dak and goes, "What else do you want me to call people who slaughter others because they look different from them, and then summon gods that strip away the free will of anyone who comes in contact with them unless they have a genetic deficit?"
So let me ask you this question. what should we call people who go in and enslave other people, force them to follow their rules, and totally get rid of the individuality so that we can deal with people who deal with Asians on a regular basis?
She looks at you and says,
What? With that, is it asking
"Hot
thing
meat
even in character?
kettle."
Just pass over, bitch. Pass over.
Fionn just drags her hands down her face.
As much as I enjoy a good cat fight,
Hark just waves his hand in front of his
Licks
face.
tail.
And he goes.
not that kind of cat.
She, however, will narrow her eyes because Alize is standing there, and she goes, "Wait, you look too close. Are you perhaps the child or grandchild of the Archon?" At which point, Alize does respond with, "Yes, but what does it matter to you?" She starts shaking her head. "If your gods do exist, they are by far the cruelest beings I have ever known." Now you find the answers you're looking for down here, child. And as your companion said earlier, but when you go looking for answers, you rarely, ever find something you want to know. I have precious few moments. I'll answer whatever questions you all have, should you have them. Don't expect niceties out of me, though. I mean, we were enemies.
Is there anything else here we should be concerned about?
She just kind of looks up and goes, "On that one, I will say, forgive me for the tone I'm about to take, but you're in an ancient Allegan ship containing a primal that tempered the individual that you're talking to, and, according to what you all said, caused a calamity. What here isn't there to worry about?"
We found a kitten.
Let me rephrase. Is there anything in the immediate area?
She thinks and goes, maybe?
Maybe it's a lot better than the first answer.
The only reason I say maybe is because I don't believe there's anything behind the chamber to me except for the lock to, well, what I'm assuming you all came here to do anyway. Untether Bahamut's coil.
Yep.
But,
Excuse me, if I may.
yes.
Fionn steps forward. I'd like to continue questioning you later, if that's all right. And she draws
She's
a
just
narrow void dagger.
Oh no.
Ark is already rushing up. If you're gonna do that, Fionn, I would I'm assuming you started walking up and drew it in full view of the party.
Yes.
Yeah, I need you, if you're gonna try to stab her without trying to be sneaky about it, I need you to roll an opposed check with Ark real quick.
At least it's opposed with Ark and not the Nael over there. Oh, that would suck.
Can I ask my question before we suck her into a knife?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe act as some kind of distraction. I do have one question for you.
Yes.
Is there anyone that you might have around here that is still around that you'd like us to give any messages to?
I assume that my entire group was tempered and will not be able to, well, even contemplate anything that I said. My brother is dead, and with my disappearance, I have no idea how much of my family remains, or the state of Garlemald right now either. I guess with as much time as has passed, I am truly alone now. So, no?
That I pity you.
It is the existence of a soldier and a commander. I do thank you for that at the very least. I'm trying to think what would be a good role for this, Fiona, and I'm gonna say, like, I guess a grapple check?
Well, my CMD is 19 if you want to roll against that.
He's got a plus 16, so 27.
Yeah.
What about a disarm check?
That would
Same
be the
thing.
same
That would be
thing.
the same thing. Art just,
Right.
like, looks at you and, like, grabs your wrist, Fiona, and he goes, Fiona, I know it is tempting, but please, do not go down that path.
Very well.
It's,
She just releases the knife and lets Art catch it.
he holds it, and he kind of sighs, and then turns it around, and
I considered it a form of atonement for her, but if you'd rather it be this way instead.
Art just
Don't
Art
let-
looks, and he goes, I don't want you to do that to yourself, because that power is addictive, and it doesn't ever go away.
Rowan
You-
pipes up and goes, Fiona, don't let her see us be the monsters and savages that she thinks that we already are.
And Fiona, there's
Let-
another way we can do that if you want to do it. And he sighs and he goes, what you would do would truly strip her of everything. What I can do would give her a modicum of free will.
Ark, you're not.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't.
No.
No.
Very
It
well,
ain't
it appears
worth it.
everyone's in unanimous agreement. We won't do it, either of us.
Let
It
her
ain't
move.
worth it.
Let her have peace.
She goes, she looks at you all in confusion, and Art's going, Art does say, I would like to at least explain my case.
Not
But-
worth it. I say let the man speak.
But I understand if you were all against it. I was going to ask you all about it anyway.
Her soul has been here and tortured all this time. Just let her move on in peace.
As you say that, there is another voice that chimes up from the background. Or we can just cease her prattling. The raven's prattling right now. And a bolt of yellow and white light flings itself down. Works, Kato, and Yedrin. You may choose to attempt to deflect it, or just let it go.
To deflect it or let it go?
To let it hit.
Don't do it, ho. Don't do it.
Does that mean you're going to try to deflect it, Carlo?
No, I was talking to Works, telling him not to sing.
Who's out of character?
I that'd be a really good way to deflect the lightning.
Like you, maybe.
It'd be a really great way to catch a fireball in the face.
I got the health.
Not healing you, man.
All right, so who all is going to take the? Is anyone going to make the attempt?
Which way is it coming from?
It's basically like coming from behind you, but
I still got a hand free. Can I make a counter spell?
You can't see.
You would have to
you can't
see
see
them
the individual that
casting it.
cast it. So
it's coming from the north?
yeah, it's coming from like directly behind Dak's head,
Oh, fun.
from very high up.
Still, oh, fun.
It's Louis Soir. He's not happy.
Like I kind of want to deflect it, but at the same time I don't know what's gonna happen if I do deflect it. And it's just like, okay, I'm gone now. But we can probably get some very valuable information out of that voice. I'm not sure.
If anyone who wants to make the attempt to deflect it, I need you to roll a reflex. The difficulty of it will be determined by how high your AC is.
Hey, can I just heavily missed it?
You missed what we were talking about, or what?
No, can I just use this?
Oh, heavenly miss. I thought you said heavily miss. For the sake of this, no. You recognize that, like, Nael's got like nothing,
Fair enough.
and I don't think you recognize Nael as an ally.
Fair enough. I just thought I'd ask, because it's just, I can imagine it's like it just comes out of nowhere. You just looks out from the dragon guts and just waves a hand and then shield. It's just like everyone's just like, what?
Kano, you go to do the Mr. President jump in the way of it with your shield up, but you've never really jumped with your armor and your shield at once, and you're like, oh, this is a lot heavier than I thought it was.
Well, I mean, in fairness, it only weighs, like, it's all made of mithrite, so it only weighs a total of, like, I don't know, 40 pounds?
Jumping with 40 pounds on is still a lot harder than you think.
34, actually.
Still. But you're like...
I jumped with 20. It was not easy.
You're like, oh, I misjudged badly, and you fall like 5 feet short of where you need to be.
Mistake was made.
I took a calculated risk. Boy, am I bad at math.
Yevgen, are you going to make a reflex save or no?
Might as well. Let's see how much I actually care.
Apparently a lot.
Works and Yedrin, like, Works comes up and he swings his spear around and cuts the bolt in half, but it keeps traveling forward in 2 separate lines. And Yedrin just kind of draws the katana, rises up, and there's this wave of shadow that comes down and engulfs the light, and then it just dissipates as you see Ark has got a hand on Eula and is like pushing her behind him.
Fionn turns and stands at the ready, facing the north.
I was afraid to kill the bitch. I mean, now you're saving her. Gee.
Well, we are questioning her right now.
Besides, if anyone
Someone doesn't want her to say anything. Show yourself!
There's not a response. However, Alize starts running forward and she goes, "That was my grandfather's voice." And she's just gone.
Okay.
Can we put?
Okay.
Not again.
I know we joke about putting Dak on a leash, but can we put her on a leash?
Adol's like,
Oh.
I don't want to listen to this. I'll go get her. And he just kind of like walks off. Ark rubs his face and he goes, okay, look. Obviously, whoever doesn't want her to talk, I understand that. We don't particularly like this woman. You look Garlean, whatever, I don't give a fuck right now. I'm tired. You stabbed me multiple times. You stabbed my brother. You stabbed my friends. You said you don't have anything left. But answer me this. Do you want to live? And he gives pause for anyone else to ask a question at that point as well.
What kind of magic shit are you gonna pull out now?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm just gonna give her enough Aether to survive.
'Cause you've got Aether to spare at the moment?
Yeah?
She doesn't deserve it. Don't put yourself in danger.
I understand, but to be fair, when did I ever deserve it?
You didn't just try to kill everybody. Okay, wait a minute.
Ark like looks at you like,
I just said, wait a minute, okay? No.
Rowan does have a point in a roundabout way. Gaius had the entire 7th Legion just slain to a man. Eula here would have to abandon everything if she were to intend any sort of redemption.
she just looks up at you all and goes, look, I've lost everything. My Legion is gone. How many years has it been since what happened?
5?
Coming up to about 7 at this point.
7 years. I have been under the control of something else for 7 years. There is an unfathomable amount of things that I want to say, that I want to do. To say that I want to live is an understatement. I don't... I feel remorse for what happened with Bahamut, yes. I do not feel remorse for going to war. That's what soldiers do. And she does, however, wave to Ark. You all have things like that.
That much is true. Just don't make us regret doing this.
And Art just goes, look, I'll let her have her mind, but I'm not letting her go anywhere. Consider her a prisoner of war. But I have to admit the only reason I am doing this, and I will make this plainly clear to you as well, Yura. Your plan was utterly fucking insane and unforgivable. But I know what it's like to be in your position, to be completely out of control, a prisoner in your own body and mind, and I don't wish that shackle on anybody. And I think anybody who is forced into it does at least deserve the chance to make it up to those that they wronged while they were in that position. But I will also preface this with saying that you better be fucking grateful if this group decides to let you go through with this. Because I am essentially sacrificing my entire relationship with my brother so that you, someone completely undeserving of anybody's forgiveness right now, can have a second chance at life. And she does not respond. So, does anybody in the party have anything to say? Is anyone going to say, no, Ark, don't do this?
I don't think she deserves this. You've seen what happened. We were both there, Ark.
As was I. And let it be known, it was a decision I had made. I've just offered a more humane alternative.
Rowan goes over to Ark, and she goes, I wasn't there. I know about redemption. I don't like it. But if you're going to do it, don't tap all of your aether. If the decision is made, take some of mine as well.
I mean, I'm not for you sacrificing, your relationship with your brother, but I do believe people deserve second chances. And I mean, who's to say that, she wasn't under tempering. She wasn't tempered, the whole time Project Meteor was even...
Dula, chimes up. I did, not to break your case, but I did state the project was my intent from the beginning. I just never knew about Bahamut.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, you dumbass.
I'm just saying, it could have been a possibility.
You talking to her.
She just shrugs and says, never let it be said that I am not honest.
It's like, and that, I mean, the honesty is like, okay, broke my case, but, made a different case. I mean...
Ark does shrug a little bit and go, look, I probably shouldn't have stopped you, Fionn. If you think she deserves to be punished like that, who am I to step in the way? I just... be very careful with it.
These pieces with these.
How did you do?
It has ever been my intent to grant those claimed by the Void their will.
Go in the other room.
I would like to hope that this would be a temporary setback to that.
So I can play now?
No, you can get rid of the
You see Eula look at you, and there's like a moment of shock, like a moment of thought in her eyes, and she goes, I thought you were just... What were you about to do to me?
He was gonna eat you. Long story.
Probably best you don't know the full details.
Well, he was asking Fionn, what was Fionn about to do to her?
The Black Key. Yeah, that was out of character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fionn looks away, suddenly feeling rather a lot of shame.
pretty sure that turns you into a void scent.
Yes.
Although, I'm not sure it would have worked on a being made of pure ether. Wouldn't it need to pierce flesh?
All it says is it deals the killing blow. Ark just holds up his hands and goes, "This is always and will forever be you all's story. It will be your decision. I was just here to help, and I've already overstepped my boundaries enough as is."
You have a family arc. Don't spoil that for the sake of us.
He just blanks and goes, "You're my little sister. What the fuck are you talking about?"
You were just talking about throwing away your relationship with a doll.
He just, at that point, he just sits down. He goes, "We'd mend eventually, but I know he'd be angry."
Mm-hmm.
You know how he gets about anyone that hurts you.
Dex sighs and it looks like she deflates. Her ear goes down. Her tail drags on the ground.
Van Darnus, do you consent to being a void sense servant of mine?
There's like outright fucking horror in her face as you ask her that, and she goes, "A void sense.
I can't watch this." She just kind of goes off where date went.
She just kind of, she doesn't know how to respond, like, and then she like looks at her hands and goes, "Would I still be me?"
You will be.
I guess it would be life in some way. It is a cruel offer. She swallows. I need you to roll diplomacy. She sighs and bows her head and goes, "I don't know if I would prefer that or what the very tall Why is he so tall?"
He's just that way.
It's like, you should see my brother and my dad. Okay. You recognize very quickly, like, she was just trying to change the subject for a second. Like, anything.
If you prefer to be bound to him instead, I mean,
Just
still might argue.
Option number 3, let go.
do what you will. I have no say in it anymore.
Yes, you do.
And out of character, she did not mean that literally. She just shakes her head and goes, I consent to whatever fate you would put me to. Apparently I have earned it, at the very least.
Part of me feels uneasy about turning her into a void scent.
So yeah, Fiona, the floor is yours to what you do now.
Let's be honest, Dark. Am I going to have an alignment shift if I do this?
Not particularly.
What is your alignment, anyways?
Neutral good?
Does it say classified?
Dion was making good progress.
It's classified. You need to roll an insight. I mean,
Apparently I lost some of my music. I'm gonna refresh roll 20 and see if I get my music back.
Okay, I'm going to roll a will save against my own morality, I guess.
I was gonna say, isn't being a void scent like really bad for most people, like mind-wise?
Can I impose minuses to that will save, Fiona?
Feel free.
I'm gonna go ahead and say after everything that's happened, Cartno, the fact that Nael during this fight nearly killed all of you, put Art through so much torment, nearly murdered a doll, killed Skull,
PTSD for all.
and all that shit, I would say put a minus 15 on that will save.
So what you're doing is putting it exactly in the middle again.
Be still. I'll try not to make this hurt.
1 second. Let's see if this will play.
Oh, if it's going to be interesting to see exactly what the black key actually does in action.
Jula closes her eyes, stands up as straight as she can, and waits. Why is there 2 playing? I did not want 2 playing. Fiona, you draw out the black key, and it's a lot heavier than you remember.
Fiona grits her teeth, positions it right behind Eula's spine, and thrusts the dagger in. Coup de grace.
As you put the dagger into her, you watch as the blade turns blacker in front of you, and your aether kind of clouds up around the handle. It turns bright red and then starts turning purple. And as it does so, the individual's hand that you know as Han wraps slowly around yours and twists the dagger as if it were a key and begins to pull backwards. As the blade withdraws out, and you're the only person who can see this because you're looking at it from the back, a miniature door forms, and Han's other hand reaches in, digs into the darkness, clutches, and starts to pull. And as it draws back, all you hear is Eula's screaming repeatedly up into the air as all of her aether draws back, begins to turn black, and implodes inward and starts flowing through the door, but nothing comes out. When everything is said and done, there is a single floating mote of darkness at the tip of the dagger. The dagger itself now having little white flakes crumbling off of it to the ground. Slowly. Han's two hands come out, close slowly around the moat, and bring it back to your hand, depositing a black and gold egg, a single eye forming on it, looking up at you. Slight blue tinted in it, looking up, very similar to the Garlean third eye, before a swirl wraps around it with one golden Bahamut wing. It rumbles for a moment, cracks, and turns to dust. You can sense that in the back of your mind, a new void scent has been added to your repertoire.
Fiona just slowly closes her hand around the dust running through her fingers. 12, have mercy on me for what I've done.
Ark looks away. He doesn't say anything.
Rowan wipes tears from her face that she doesn't know how we got there.
I timed that little incident very well with the song.
I'm not hearing a song.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Aw. Is anybody?
Yeah, it's not loading on my end,
I'm
unfortunately.
hearing it. It's a very soft, like sad piano song.
It's
Yeah.
It's Fiona's theme.
Mm.
It's
I'm
it's
definitely sad it's not playing.
yeah, it's Life Behind a Mask.
Reload and see if it pops up.
I'm at the reload too.
And here I am, just joking in party chat.
Let me know when everybody gets back in.
I didn't leave.
Well, I know Dak did. She was trying to reload for the music.
Yeah, it's loading.
I am gonna step away from. I gotta go potty.
Okay.
Nah.
You know, just to let everybody know.
There we go. Music did kick in.
Yeah.
Makes me sad now.
That was playing the entire time.
Aw.
The moment she pulled the key out, it started.
No.
My broken foot.
Aw.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Jeez.
Fiona picks up the exhausted black key and its twin
no,
from earlier in the ruins.
The
Black keys
keys,
are reusable.
the key's reusable. It's not exhausted.
Oh.
That's precisely the thing. She doesn't want to reuse it.
Yeah.
She musters her strength and chucks both of the black keys over the edge.
There's no edge.
There's no edge. Remember, you're in a flat like hologram room.
Stomp on it.
I thought there was a boundary around it, though.
Nope, it's
Let
it's domed.
Oh.
Throw it in the ground and stomp on it. Bust it.
You know what? Fine.
Just
Fiona looks at the keys, drops them into the ground, then grinds the heel of her shoe into them.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
At this point, At this point, it's like I might as well just ask the agent to hide at the bottom of the lake from everyone.
Yedrin, can you put this underneath all your shiny stones?
With a 19, Fiona, you stomp down on the black keys as hard as you can. And being they're magic items, they're very hard to break, but you just keep stomping and going at them over and over and over and over again. And eventually the blades start to chip. And there's this slight moaning and child weeping sound that comes out of them as they break.
Never again. Not in the third era, not in the seventh.
Art just slowly gets up, walks over to Fiona, grabs her, and then pulls her into his arms and just holds her.
Fiona just hangs her head limply and tries not to weep.
He goes, I'm sorry.
Monster as she was, she's spoken like the rest of us.
As you're having that little moment, there is a sudden call from the other room, and Alize shouts out and says, we found the switch to turn the thing off. We need a few more hands in here, if I'm not interrupting anything."
No goes to help.
Yeah, I'll go.
Fiona takes a deep breath, centers herself again, straightens up, pats Ark gently and thanks, and goes after.
What I miss?
I said she needed help.
Alize said she needed help because they found the console to deactivate the coil. And Fiona cried on Ark's chest a little bit.
Yeah, and
After destroying both of the black keys.
That she has.
Destroying the remaining black keys?
She had two.
The two that we had.
Yeah, they had two. They are reusable. She broke both of them.
There's many reasons why they're rather evil.
Well, that was interesting.
When you all get through, Adol's standing by the door. He's just leaning on it. He doesn't seem to know what happened yet, and he looks over, and when Dak comes through, he just looks at her and goes, "Well, what'd they decide to do?"
Decided to use her void key thing. I couldn't stay to watch.
He shrugs his shoulders a little bit.
You'll have the comfort of knowing you won't ever have to worry about me using it again.
Again,
Fiona says as she enters.
Adol just shrugs his shoulder and goes, "Bitch deserved it."
Should have just let her go to the live stream.
Actually, just a double check.
She made her choice.
Yeah, I was just a double check out character. is it the live stream or is it like the A to C or is it like?
It's all the same
What?
thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Names
just don't-
the same thing.
I know.
Yeah.
It's literally referred to interchangeably.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Final Fantasy Afterlife as usual. Okay, just wanted to make sure because sometimes they do those like specific wordings, like the fall plane or whatever.
Yeah.
As you all enter, though,
God damn, thing's not playing again.
yeah, it's being weird.
That's annoying. Oh.
As you all enter, I would like everyone to make a reflex save.
Oh boy, reflex save.
Yeah, my worst one. Come on, load up. Come on.
Oh, Warren's on the toes.
For the sake of it, because Rowan rolled a natural 20, and is the music playing for everybody?
No.
That's me.
No, Dak?
No.
I'm refreshing to get it up.
Yeah.
It's playing from the ashes.
Now I can't remember that song. It's fine.
The Phoenix fight.
Oh, so Warren, high
I've been
five.
there.
Reflex buddies.
Do what?
I said I've been there once. I don't remember it.
Yeah, punt reflex buddies.
Uh,
And even though I rolled a natural 20, you're still higher than me.
reflexes are my god save.
Yeah.
Well, when we're casters, we don't get reflex saves.
We get
We're lucky if we even get fortitude saves.
We get Will.
I know. I just found it.
But yes, for the sake of it, Rowan, because you rolled the natural 20, I'm going to give you pluses, and you rolled the highest reflex save. As a result, you all come into the room, and Alize's sort of like explaining the console to you as you come up, and you find yourselves in this long technological hallway. The entire room looking very much like the first one, and you can see the console in front of you spread out, and there's several of them leading up to this internment hole where various strips of gold are firing aether into Bahamut's body. And she's basically just saying, like, I need more bodies in here so I can walk you through the process of turning this off. And as she does so, a glimmering, oversized ball of white and gray energy comes hurtling towards her. Rowan, with the highest reflex save, you may choose to either deflect the spell in any manner of your choosing or let it hit her.
I'll deflect the spell.
You say, how much do you hate Alice?
We're gonna need her, so I will
Sorry.
You're gonna do what?
I will deflect the spell.
How do you do so? How do you want to do it?
Fancy dragon when wing appears out of fire shield. I don't know.
Okay. Because you had earlier talked about communicating with the big sun dragon, there is a moment where you notice this, and all of the mama instincts come in all at once. And your hand shoots out, and as it does so, there's this burning hand that erupts around you, forming into a draconic claw that is easily 4 times the size of your own arm.
Mm-hmm.
It turns around, catches it just in time for you to see Yedrin bringing the katana around to slice through it, and she just stops, kind of starts drawing it away before all of the fire just wraps around in this little miniature cyclone around the ball, and it all just dissipates into these little flaking ashes that shoot upwards. At that point, you all look forward and you can see the shape of Louis Soir in front of you. The aged Archon of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, or the... whatever their old name was.
The Circle of Knowing?
The Circle of Knowing. The Archon of the Circle of Knowing. Just looks at you all and says, "So you managed to break free once more, traipsing into the dark where you don't belong, attempting to undo that which is right, and stripping the master of one of his finest.
And yet you almost stripped yourself of family."
His eyes flash blue, and he looks at Alize, and he looks at you, and he goes, and he very calmly says, "I know no family but the dragons."
Oh, sweet matron.
Rowan just looks down at her baby dragon. "Do you find him family?" "Family."
And then dragon hissing.
Maybe we should have kept... No. Rowan just shuts up. Whatever.
He goes... At that point, he just states, like, "My master has decided that your time needs come to an end. But, by his grace, he's allowing you to leave this place. And so, I will obey his commandments." What's that?
Do you not know that your master has been perverted? That is not the real Bahamut. That is a perversion of him.
There's a blink. And it's like, there's like a very faint moment of process. And then, nope. It just... He keeps talking like you didn't say anything. "The dragons will have their revenge on the spoken for what Auk did and the torment that was rested upon them. For humanity has ever proven themselves forever incapable of changing."
Oh, now you're standing in front of somebody with dragon blood and a dragon right next to her. Huh.
I'm also standing in front of someone who just willingly chose to strip someone of their free will and shove them into the void, forever changing them.
There's the man being tempered.
At which point he just teleports away.
Yep, that's gonna bite us where we don't want it to bite us.
When does it ever not?
He's only Bahamut's puppet in the end.
And sadly, in the end, he's going to meet a similar fate.
Mm-hmm.
So now what?
I
Guess we shut this down and
I
go
just have to realize that that's not my grandfather anymore. And we just have to deal with it. What's one more obstacle from our past coming up to haunt us and poke fun at our every sensibility? Right? Yeah, just Tuesday, isn't it?
Dax just looking really worried at Elsie.
You're becoming startlingly used to this. I think it's time we got a vacation. Anyway, walk us through.
Right. Of course. Forgive me if I start prattling like my brother.
Rowan's eyes already start glazing over at the idea of the technical talk. She just wants someone to tell her where to point and burn something, so she's just gonna look at her name.
If anything, I would expect LSA to be a little bit more on point than Alphino would.
Roll a sense motive.
Who?
Dak.
Oh, fun. Let me pull my sheet up since I didn't do it after I reloaded.
Dion waves Kata over to one of the terminals and takes her place.
Does Dak know?
Goes
And
over to
someone...
his terminal and gets in position.
What am I rolling again?
Sense motive. Fiona, you're welcome to do the same.
I mean, I have a feeling I know exactly what I'm sensing, but sure.
I was gonna say, Dak can tell when someone's lying about their mental state too, right?
No, you realize that she's prattling and talking too much as a coping mechanism.
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
I figured that one, yeah.
But you pretty obviously tell she's like having a mental breakdown.
Yep.
Just be sure to breathe.
She leads you through the process. Kato, roll a knowledge engineering.
Okay.
I'd like to roll one as well, if that's okay.
I'm letting Kato do it because he hasn't trained. Kato,
I do too.
During the entire time that she's like going over this little instruction, your eyes kind of glaze over and you start playing with the computer a little bit, and you go, "Oh, huh," and you manually override everything and just shut it down in the middle of her instruction.
I have a train too. Also, that was honestly kind of a modest stroll, but yeah.
Yeah, but I have the goggles, which
I was
like
giving Kato something to do.
Okay, fair.
I have the goggles, which increase it by like 5.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Alice is like typing and doing everything, and she goes, and then then everything like shuts down, and she goes, "Wait, what? Huh?"
I did it.
How's that?
Let me check to confirm. Yes, he did it.
Autism brain at work.
Oh god.
She goes,
He is useful things.
With Fiona and Zach, with your earlier sense motive, you're like, there's this, you get this moment that she's having a realization, and also she's very, very sad.
Dak will like put her arm around Alice and just kind of like.
Do what, Rowan?
He took her thunder.
Well, one, he took her thunder, and she goes, "Oh shit, I've been doing that to Alpha Node forever." That's what that feels like?
Oh no, I'm a bad sister.
It's like, I am a monster.
I'm sure he's done the same exact thing to her. Mr. prattles on constantly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in any case, I'd love to hear your analysis of the systems. Anyway, we saw one more to shut down, right? Right? Dion looks at Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to go have a good cup of tea and a lovely pastry.
I can do that.
And a nap.
We can do that.
So many naps.
Are we going home now?
I don't
Let me see if the ethereal field is stable enough for us to warp through.
Or
Art
just like, I guess.
doesn't answer. Home now, yes. Teleport.
Just grab everyone. Okay, home now.
Work just keeps to himself. I wonder if I should offer her some of the stuff to really calm her nerves.
Oh no! Don't you that child edibles.
Here, have this. What's this? Just take a few bites and call me in an hour.
It's a cheeseburger.
She did ask for.
For what?
She said something about a brown. Oh, pastry. Sorry, she asked for a pastry.
I mean, I could make it to a pastry.
You're
Brownie
taking it in
is a
my
pastry.
kitchen. Take your pot brownies elsewhere.
Take your pot brownie. Get the hell out.
Hi, more for me.
That's what Bahamut said.
Roll 20, why?
I mean, it's playing for me.
Getting it too.
What are
Yep.
What are you hearing right now?
Fire the
Uh,
tribe.
Oh.
Gerda Valley theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think the A tribe has rather more men in it, though.
It's like a
Yeah.
reverse A tribe. Or reverse Kurdish.
There's a lot of women in the A tribe.
It's fairly even from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Yeah, it's
for
almost like it's normal.
At least in Arch's family line. It's normal aside from the fact like one woman had all those kids.
Yeah.
Fion takes a moment to breathe in the uncorrupted aether,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
then realizes she can contact Skull, and more importantly, can run straight to their house, and goes to check on him.
Ijin just like looks around a little bit. Takes off the coat and hands it back to Ark. Digs through the pack real quick and hands like 2 of all the dragon stuff to Adol, and then just dives in the pond.
Adol calmly accepts the scales and everything, like looks down, puts them in a bag. He looks at Ark and then makes the eyes motion and just goes, "Look, brother, I know that you didn't do what you were about to do. I know what you were about to do, though. I don't approve in any extent. And I'm not happy with you right now. Mostly because despite what you said and your good intentions, I can't help but feel that you were thinking with your dick again." And he walks away. And I was just standing there like, oh my god, fucking baby.
Rowan's
Rubbing her
away.
face.
What's that?
I said Rowan's just gonna walk away at this point and go to her house and sit on her porch quietly.
Dak's gonna go and get Alisay that nice pastry and a nice big pot of tea. The nice calming kind, the chamomile tea.
Oh,
The stuff she has to keep her fucking nerves.
Alize goes, before I forget. And she holds out a trio of cubes to you.
Cubes. I take cubes.
They're about the size of Kato's fist.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Those were in the room. I believe they are containment chests. Should be some useful things in there for you.
Alright. It works, she's still around.
Yeah.
Dak's gonna pass the cubes to Works and go make tea.
You having trouble there?
What are these for?
Payment, I'm assuming. She found cubes.
No.
Okay.
Hi.
Talk to her.
Goes find out. I don't think you're holding the cubes kind of confusedly. It's like, what are these, and why do I have them?
Exactly why I did it. Just so Works is like, what? What?
So Walks can pull distraction while you have time to make the tea.
Actually, it's more Works has been the one complaining about not getting any items lately. So here, have items. Have cube. Have cubes.
Now you still have to plug out and say get it open, and by the time that's done, you're going to come out with tea, and then he's going to be like sitting there trying to figure out what was in them.
Yes, here, take these Rubik's Cubes. Please, figure them out. Here, not Rubik's Cubes.
Love you.
That
So
would be...
I want to go find Alize, see if she has any idea what they are, because I don't have a goddamn clue.
I know you gave these to Dad. She gave them to me and told me to ask you.
Do you go find Alize and literally like ask her?
Yeah, because I mean, Dak said she got them from Alize. I'm like, okay, well, let's go ask Alize.
What's that?
What are you doing? I know what you need. You need cookies.
I need cookies.
Play the fucking music, Roll20.
Aww.
Can you bring me some dog treats? And it's time for bed, baby.
Scooby snacks?
Only if you bring me doggy snacks.
Oh my god.
I have 4 of them.
Oy.
Yes! Dog treats!
Anyway, I did that because I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'm stepping out.
So after everyone scatters to the four winds, right here in Mikote saddles up beside Ark. You look like shit. Is everything okay?
Ark's gonna very slowly turn his head to Cam. Go, what do you want right now?
I guess now's a bad time.
It's...
You want to talk about it tomorrow instead?
If Rowan sees you, you're dead.
Oh, dinner and a movie.
Ark just looks at Camilla and very calmly responds. 1, I think Rowan would murder you if she saw you around here. So you're putting your own life in peril. 2, your timing is comedically bad. Unbearably so.
Well, yeah, but I kind of figured this was serious enough to warrant forgoing the usual decorum. The 14th has been studying the people you, quote-unquote, freed from tempering, and they're starting to figure out that it's just you they're connected to instead.
Yeah. Right. And all Camilla next sees is Ark's palm, and they both disappear. As he immediately casts teleport.
Just disposing of the bodies, don't mind him.
I was gonna say, it's all I can picture is like grabbing the top of her head, lift her up slightly, and then just both disappearing.
Oh no, he put it straight on her face.
No.
Like, basically, palm over mouth, fingers over eyes.
Like, Cam, for that brief moment, Cam does look a little offended, but at the same time doesn't raise a fuss because, 1, raising a fuss when Rowan's around is bad, and 2, she could kind of tell that it was a bad time already.
Mm-hmm. For the sake of brevity on that, Fionn, Camilla gets a rundown of everything that just happened in detail. And he does not spare any details. Like, he tells her everything that went down in the second coil, including like the last the last bit with Eula.
Cam looks more than a little horrified.
The only thing the only detail he spares is he does not talk about Louis Soir.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, she lets him know that they did determine that the Tempered aren't feeding energy into Ark, so as long as Ark promises everything's copacetic, she can probably smooth things over and prevent the Empire from acting out of turn.
Okay, Ark also mentions that he knew.
Ah, okay.
Not about the Empire's thing. He knew about the situation with the Tempered.
Yeah, she kind of figured. She just wanted to let him know that they knew. He knew.
Hey, thanks her for that. Works. So you go find Alize.
Yeah.
What do you say to her? She's like sitting there with like a cup of tea and a pastry that's like half eaten, and she's just kind of like 1,000-yard stare into the distance.
I'm like, so Dad handed me these saying she got them from you. What are they?
She just goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the cubes. I believe they're Allegan treasure chests."
Treasure? Oh. All right.
Yeah. So, if you want to open them, there's probably stuff inside.
Give me 1 sec. I need to ask a professional. I'm gonna. Oh, I almost threw up saying that. Kato.
Also for reference, Fiona. Ethan,
Yeah.
Ark teleported Camilla all the way to Zulfatol.
Is he gonna leave her there?
Yes.
Possibly.
He teleported her to Zulfatol into his private quarters in there, and as soon as they were done, she's like, "Cool. Now how do I get back?" And he's like, "You walk."
Can you get a hug? I don't know.
Oh.
Of course you can have a hug, you goofy goober. Good night, princess.
Ark does, however, say, like, you can either walk from here, or I could teleport you to my other private residence. Which, not sure you'd like that one either.
You know what? It's okay. The walk will give me plenty of time to think.
Yeah, at least you don't gotta worry about the Ixal attacking you.
Not to mention it's a bit of petty revenge.
But yeah, Cam promises to her dying breath that she will not say anything about Nael to Gaius or anyone.
Okay.
Nobody needs that kind of stress. Just wanted to have Ark's word that everything was going to be just fine and nobody had anything to worry about.
He just kind of nods a little bit and says, "I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I thought you had the teleport spell, so I didn't figure this would be an issue for you."
No, I don't actually.
Well, too bad for you, because that was my last spell slot for that for the day. I mean, I could talk to the Ixali and get maybe they can teleport you, but their accuracy is really bad.
It's okay, I've got Endure Elements. I can just take the long way around.
If you say so.
Die in the snow, bitch.
Wow. And feel the shiver go down her spine. Knowing somewhere Rowan is thinking that.
He does very calmly add on and goes, "Would you like a guide?"
You know what? I can't say no to that.
He snaps his fingers and Garuda appears and goes, "Dear, would you show our guest how to get out?" And then she just kind of bows and takes Camilla by the hand and starts like walking her out of Zulfatal.
Camilla starts trying to communicate whatever objection she has to this, but she is very gay and confused.
It's like, why does this awaken something in me?
Useless lesbian.
Wait. Did you say gay and confused?
Yeah,
Yes.
she did.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not hearing anything weird. Well, never mind. I'm shutting up.
It's just like,
Well, she's holding hands with Garuda.
yeah.
Please tell me Garuda is treating her like the soccer mom, walking her kids to school.
Garuda is treating Camilla the same way the new Resident Evil villain treated Ethan.
Oh God.
Complete with Garuda currently being like 8 feet tall.
God. Oh great. You made Garuda into an 8-foot tall vampire mommy.
I just imagine Camilla's like, why is this awakening things? Why is this awakening things? Why is this awakening things?
Yeah, Garuda just grab her with the talon and fly off.
I say by the time Cam gets the brain back together, the outside Self-Atol and Garuda's gone.
Garuda's like waving. It's like, bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just like Camilla just stops. It's like, why am I like this? It's like,
Why are ladies hot?
you're just kind of like, why am I like this? Oh my God! Do I need to go back to Aesir and get the chastity belt again?
Oh my god.
Anyway, back to works before we get extra confusion going on. So you went and found Kato to try to open the boxes.
Yes, because if it's elegant, I might as well ask someone who's probably not gonna break it.
But there's no button that just says push here.
No, just watch
I'd
it.
be more suspicious if there was a button that said push
And
here.
Morgs entirely forgets about the fact that Jejun can pick locks.
Who says there's a lock on it?
Yeah.
You're
True
the
enough.
water, dude.
Yeah, but if you pick the lock, it might be like access denied. Now self-destructing. No. Here's what was inside. It's like, here's what was inside. No!
Everything you could have ever wanted.
Ancient elegant spear of Zand. No!
You would only be so lucky.
Well, technically, I have a really high disabled device. I have all the class skills to even do magic devices, and I even have magic to help with
Just
that.
let
So.
Kato do
But
something.
yes, Gardo. Go ahead.
Give him a job. Because he doesn't
Oh
know.
shit!
Oh no!
Kato!
Yoink!
Oh.
Not any better.
Fire.
Not any better, but at least it's not like, what, a 3?
Yeah.
Kato, you have the 3 boxes in front of you. And
Yeah.
as Works hands them over and goes, okay, so how do you want to broach the subject with Kato? Works.
I found it's like, alright, so long story short, I have these cubes, they're elegant, apparently they're ancient treasure chests. And since you are more familiar with elegant technology and not breaking shit, I figured I'd come ask you.
Well, I'll do what I can, but I can't make any guarantees.
All right, Kato,
You'll
you
probably get farther than I can even attempt to.
All right, Kato. So there's 3 boxes. There's a red one and 2 blue ones.
Okay.
Which one do you try to open first?
One of the blue ones.
Okay, so you start messing around with the first blue one. And you're looking over and you're like, I wonder how the hell this works. This thing's pretty small. Like, did they just not have anything big inside of it? And as you start checking and looking it over, it almost looks like a puzzle box to you.
I figured it would be.
It takes you the better part of an hour, and you start pulling the sides out a little bit. And as you do so, there appears to be a knob in the center.
Turn it.
Which way?
Shit. Clockwise.
You start turning it clockwise, and you hear da 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 da.
Interesting. Now counterclockwise.
It's okay, Lux. It's just dark making noises.
We were to the ancient elegance to make anything damn near impossible.
Yep.
So what do, Kato?
Is there anything resembling a musical instrument on it?
No.
Like,
Baby.
okay, just gonna keep turning it clockwise for a while.
You just keep turning it clockwise for a while, and it just keeps making the sound. Eventually, like, your hand gets tired.
Where do you pull it out?
Guess we'll try that.
You try to pull it, nothing happens.
Push.
Push. Push.
You push down on it, nothing happens. You feel resistance.
I don't want to, say the other thing that popped in my head because I'm sure she'd probably eat me halfway across Gridania.
Which is...
Go ask the one person in the world we know that would know Allegan technology but the back of her hand.
Just see him thinking.
Again, I would, but I'm afraid she'd eat me halfway across Gridania.
Alexa, all lights off.
I mean... Yeah... Probably... I forgot that's where Zand was. Sorry, Alexandra. If we can't figure it out eventually, maybe we should ask, but...
Yeah.
We'll give it a little while trying to figure it out on our own first.
Would you like to roll another knowledge engineering, Kato?
Okay.
Much better.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you doing this, Roll20?
Play music again?
Yeah, I hit the button, it'll flash up, and then it'll freak out, and then it won't play anything.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Kato, with a 26, you kind of like look down at the box, and you push the sides in, and you start examining it over a little bit.
Also, Kato, I'm getting some feedback off of you.
A lot of feedback right now.
Weird.
It's not me for once.
What about now?
It's gone for the moment.
Interesting.
Could be a loose wire.
No, because I didn't do anything when it stopped.
All right.
Whatever. I'll just keep playing that. Kato, with that 26, you put the goggles back on. You start exploring over it a little bit. And then you start thinking about it. And you see all the lines that the Alligans put on their boxes and the whatnot. And you see they're kind of misarranged from how you're used to seeing them. And you begin to slide them all back into place rather quickly. And as you do so, the box enlarges bit by bit until it's about twice the size that it once was. And the knob that you saw before is basically just the turn lock of a safe.
You go ahead and turn it.
You do so. The music plays a little bit, and then there's a click, and it opens.
And what's inside box number 1?
All right, Kato, I need you to roll for me a 1d10.
3.
Oof.
3. You look inside, Kato, and there's a very small container inside.
Pulls it out.
You look at it, and it's a pair of... It's the container itself is two ovals connected with a thin section aside from them. There are a pair of 2 screw caps on each of them.
What? I'm having trouble, visualizing.
Okay. It's a pair of... The container is basically... Have you ever seen the little glasses they give you before you go into a tanning booth?
Yeah.
They look like that, except they're domed all the way over. And the sections that would go over the eyes have screw caps on top of them.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Should we open the other 2, and then we can get all them, get whatever else is in there identified?
Yeah. Starts working on the second blue box.
Okay, so roll another knowledge engineering. You repeat the exact same process, and it does the exact same thing.
And repeats opening it.
Alright, roll another d10.
6.
You reach inside, and as you do so, you pull out what appears to be a long black rod with a golden cap with a series of swirling pink lines rolling up to the top of the cap, each line looking almost like an explosion coming off of it.
So it's a wand of some kind. Most likely fireball. Keep that one away from Rowan.
Yeah, I don't need her having a wand to shoot at me.
Mm-hmm.
And to the red box.
Okay.
Wow! Nice, Kana!
This one takes you a while, Kato, but as you begin going through it and messing with the red box, you find it reshapes and turns into an octagonal prism with a pointed top. And as you open it, it is an absurdly complex puzzle box. And it takes you and Works the better part of like 3 hours to get through it. Like there's little sections where you have to figure out like a clock face on it that turns at very specific moments that causes a light to pop up on the other side of the box. There's another one where you basically have to turn a knob in time with sounds that are coming out of the clock that repeat every 20 seconds. There's all this stuff that you guys have to go through. And when you're finally done, instead of turning into like a huge safe, the box opens up and spreads and allows you to reach inside of it as if it were a bag of holding.
Gonna reach inside carefully.
Mm-hmm. And when you do so, there's a little counter that appears. It says 3 at the top.
Interesting. Gonna pull something out.
Okay, as you pull something out, the counter goes from 3 to 2. So roll 1d10.
Guess it's some kind of magical grab bag. 7.
Ooh.
Oh no, he's
I like
excited.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and find it.
It's a bomb.
Oh no,
Okay, so
it's another void kitten.
as you reach in and pull this one out, Kato, a long scroll comes out. It's crinkled over and is very, very light and delicate to the touch. As you're touching it and examining it, you can tell that it's made out of living wood.
Interesting.
But when you open it, it is blank.
Well, that's definitely magical.
We'll consult with Fiona about that one. And
I thought we were going to consult with her about all of these.
probably, but reaches in again, pulls something out.
Alright, roll another d10.
Roll 10. Close enough.
Kato, as you reach in, this time you pull out a small silver bracelet. There is what appears to be a Starlight present box on it.
Aww.
Gonna
Might just be valuable.
reach in again and pull out the last item.
Roll one more d10.
Another 9.
You reach in, and there you pull out a bag. It jingles when you pull up.
Works is really excited. Ooh! Open it up, open it up, open it up, open it up!
Opens it.
We're rich!
Hang on.
Reveal to shake around. Make noise.
You open the bag, and there is... And as you start to empty it and count, you and Works count for the better part of a couple of hours. There is...
Hours?
21,500 gil inside the bag.
Trinacado, it's like, so...
No.
We could not tell anyone about this.
No.
But...
No.
But...
No.
But...
No.
Come on. Okay, fine. We split with Dax, and she's the only other one that knows we had the cubes, that they even existed.
Don't you fucking throw hush money at me, you bastard.
Once we figure out what the other items do and distribute those, then we'll talk about splitting the money.
Or just like, just think to himself, if I knock out Kato and tell everyone he's taking a nap, how believable would that be?
Oh my god.
Alright, Yedrin.
See, Yedrin hears the jingle of Gil and like her horn.
I was gonna say Katana comes out of the sky right in front of him.
It's like you tried to hide money from me, fool?
Don't try to hide money from everybody else! Here's 1,000, now shut up and leave me alone.
So just to say, if we do end up splitting it with 6 ways, it's 3,583 to every person.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only 5 of us here.
I hope. Did one of you guys write down everything that you got?
So we got the magic wand, we got the starlight bracelet, and we got the weird canning goggles.
We also got the living
wood scroll.
Yep, and the living wood scroll.
Okay. So, you guys are done. Kato, Works, what do you do with the knowledge and the items that you have found?
Well, I'm gonna start identifying them. I have a,
You do that, I want to go take the money and split it amongst the people.
You fucking liar.
No.
You trust me?
I have a, thing from back in the crypt or whatever, catacombs, an identification lens, which basically just casts identify on things.
Sounds good. Before we do that, Rowan, you said you were chilling with your baby, like you're basically like taking a bath, getting a meal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dak was taking care of Alize, correct?
Correct.
And Fionn, what were you doing?
Fionn was checking on Skull.
He is fine. He was like a little disconcerted about everything that happened, but he's glad that you're all right.
Okay, she's going to have a good cry in his arms then.
Aww.
He's just gonna hold her, not knowing what the fuck is going on, but okay. So yeah, Kato, you start casting Identify. What is the first item you identify?
Let's start with the bracelet.
Okay. That one's probably the funnest item on the list, so let me get you the description.
It's the bracelet of knocking the fuck out of Kato.
Kato, the item in question is called a Starlight Bangle. The bracelet allows for any item in a held bag of holding in your hand or a handy haversack to instantly be summoned to one's own open hand as a free action.
Ooh.
As a movement action, a held/stored item can be instantly transported into another person's hand as long as the target's in line of sight.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me write this down real quick.
If you give it
To yourself as a
Free.
what action?
Free action.
And move action for someone else's hand.
Yes.
As long-
that means
As long
wrong
as they're in line of sight.
I mean, that means wrong with just free action bacon into your hand at any moment.
Yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's like, man, I'm hungry. Dink.
Or, we could use it with bombs.
No.
Who uses bombs in this party?
Or
I-
potions. Potions can be handy.
The only bomb in this party is my butt. It's the bomb.
No.
That would be Ark's ass.
Or Katos.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be mine, thank you very much.
Everyone's got a bomb ass in this party, okay?
Everyone but Works.
Hold on. My job is basically leg day.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, he's got a very nice butt. He does legs.
Okay, what's the next one you identify, Kato?
The scroll.
The scroll. Alright, Kato. As you identify the scroll, you recognize the scroll after the identification as the Thaliac theory. The scroll is crafted from papyrus made from living wood. This scroll is not spent once the spell written on it is used. Instead, the parchment is receptive to another spell immediately after.
So, reusable scroll.
The secondary effect of the scroll. If you write 2 scrolls upon the scroll, it will result in an alchemy spell being crafted.
Oh, shit.
Will you lose an arm and a leg?
Oh.
Only if you
Arm,
try to cast
a
True
leg.
Resurrection.
I'm missing an arm, a leg, and my brother's gone.
Rowan takes 20 points of psychic damage.
That works just pulled. He should be dead.
What did he pull? What did Work say?
I said my arm is gone, my leg is gone, and for some reason my brother's gone.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have said it if you hadn't said it first.
Yeah.
Works.
And now here comes the katana from the sky.
Take 32 points of psychic damage.
No.
Works you're like, ow, 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 what is it? I had a thought.
Oh no, you're both suddenly struck with Edward.
Oh god, no! That's 32 points of feels damage.
No.
The fact that he still sounds like he's sucking helium just makes it so much better.
Oh, come on. Is it really still doing that?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh god, my dog's farted.
Karma.
Turn it into poison damage. There you go. The dragon farted.
Anyway,
Farted.
what's next, Kato?
The goggles.
The goggles. You quickly realize as you're identifying them, they're not goggles.
Oh?
These are contacts of frenzied opportunity.
Oh no.
This pair of enchanted contacts reshapes the owner's eyes into that of an appropriate beast, be it a shark, tiger, or dragon. While worn, if an adjacent in-range enemy is the victim of a critical hit, a flanking attack, or is inflicted with a status that denies them a dexterity bonus, such as prone, helpless, entangled, etc., or if they are intimidated, the wearer may instantly take an attack of opportunity against them. This attack does not count against the user's total AOOs for the round. User may only use this effect once per turn. Note, once per every creature.
Okay.
Well, those are going straight to Yedrin.
Don't I
So-
only technically do that easier?
Go back.
Straight to.
Go back to the creatures that it affects. Like if they're what, or what.
Alright, if they are victim of a flanking attack, if they are victim of a critical hit, if they are afflicted with a status that denies them a dexterity bonus, such as prone, helpless, entangled, etc., or they are intimidated. Additional note, they must be intimidated by another individual, not the person wearing the contacts.
I was gonna say Yedrin does 3 of those things on the regular.
I was gonna say, I only technically have a better version of that, so I could probably go to someone else who could team up with.
Oh
Look,
god, they're gonna go to Works. They're gonna go to Works, and he's gonna have eternally dragon eyes.
I was gonna say the thing about them though is Yedrin is they would free up a feat slot.
Oh, true, but then again, they don't. Then again, I don't have many other feats I need in my thing lets me proc off any melee hit, period.
Yeah, but essentially these would be like the only thing these won't do is it's like because let's be honest, you're gonna be flanking with somebody if you're striking the same enemy.
Fair enough. Most of the time, not always, but yeah, it can happen.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I assume you identify the last one, Kato?
1 second.
Yeah.
I do not type fast. I am not fast.
Gotta go fast.
Okay. Name?
The name of it?
Yeah.
They're the contacts of frenzied opportunity.
No, the next one.
Oh, you identify the last one there?
Yeah.
You pull it out, you look it over, it is a meta magic rod of intensity.
Okay. Go slow on the description.
I don't need a description. Fiona knows exactly what that fucker does.
Yep. It basically boosts the maximum damage dice of a spell that has such by 5.
So that's going to Rowan.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would allow her to do, well, presently 12 dice 6 damage with, say, her fireballs or lightning bolts, but she could raise it higher if she wanted.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm eyes tearing the ass, which literally happened to have been at my face level when she did that because we were laying down.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oof.
She's not. She's like, what?
Okay.
So yes, you have now gotten all of your items.
So let's see. Well, I have the biggest bag, so I'll take the bangle. That seems logical to me.
Just don't tell Rowan what it does.
I think the only item that there are 2 items on the list that you guys would have rather gotten.
Oh.
If you had rolled a 4, you would have gotten another black sheet.
Black key, you mean?
No, the black sheet.
No, black sheet.
The piece of paper that turns into any clothing item you want and gives a +2 to everything.
Damn.
That one, yeah.
Like Rowan's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, not Rowan's shoes because the chick stole that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the chick didn't steal it. She claimed it. Rowan borrowed it, and then Rowan returned it.
Yeah. If you had rolled a 1, you would have gotten an entire suit of summoner's attire.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
And let me look. This might not be as good as I think it is. Now I'm just waiting for Kana to be like, oh, I'm gonna like use my little thing to re-roll one of those.
I thought he already did.
No, he re-rolled a thing.
Yeah,
die,
but there's
yeah.
no guarantee that I'd actually get a 1 or the 4.
Just
Yeah.
keeps
Could always reroll that second 9 though.
Yeah, that's true.
Trade the money.
Yeah.
Works is like, no, the money.
Oh, where did
But money can be traded for goods and services.
The only goods and services I want. The
Well,
one that
hey.
will make me stronger.
Hey, well, so probably getting the contacts at least.
Yeah.
Which
That also means you get a lesser share of the gil.
Fuck.
yeah, but works. Think about it this way: you pair up with Yedrin, and you guys like basically just like endless circle of opportunity attacks.
Oh god, it's just gonna be a
It's the
bloodbath.
circle of blood.
It's the circle. The circle of knife.
Scorn!
It's a knife version of Akmorn.
Oh god.
Hey, Kata, you know how I am with Dual Blades and Monster Hunter?
I can't find
Where'd
it,
you
but I
go,
had a, for a 5, I had an item called the Epitome of Martial Mastery.
Oh, come on!
You know, you
what
go
about-
and say that, but you haven't seen Ia in action.
Yeah, go burr.
Dancer
Well,
go brr.
My whole thing is like I'm not finding a written item description in my notes. So I'm wondering if I wrote it down elsewhere and forgot about it.
I remember you telling me in one of the lists anyway, there was like another freaking bird for me.
Yes, if a 10 was another bird.
I don't need more birds, I barely use the ones I have. I have the buzzsaw. At least gotten better, but still, buzzsaw.
Scotch go burr.
Baby needs more upgrades.
Meh. Alright. So those are your items. Do with them as you will.
Okay. Well, Fiona's getting the scrolls, and she's the only one who uses those.
I mean, Dak could technically use them too, but
You guys can probably share.
yeah.
So I'll take the bangle. Works gets the contact. Rowan get...
I was gonna say, I love how it's like, I just imagine it's like you and Works are just like, okay, so I get this, and you get that.
What?
Not gonna tell anyone until after we get our pickings.
I'll be right back, guys. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I was just telling there's less money than there actually was.
Okay. Hunt, how would the money have been split?
It's like 3,000 something.
3,583 per person if you split 6 ways. But how many of us are there? 2, 3, yeah, that's 6.
Yeah, there are 6.
Okay, if 4 people only take 2,500.
Oh boy, you're gonna make me do complex math then.
Let's-
So 2,500 times 4. So taking away 10,000 from 21,500.
Leaves you with 11.5.
11,500 divided by
Mm,
what, 2? Yeah, 2. 5. So 2 people get 5,750.
yeah. Mm. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna do 3,000 to everybody who gets an item, which means 47.50 to everybody who doesn't.
Okay, let me just write this all out. So, skull for Fiona,
Mm-hmm.
bracelet for Cardo,
Yep.
contacts for Walks. Obviously, the wand goes to Rowan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what was the name of the contacts?
Contacts of frenzied opportunity.
Ye-
And how much money did you say, Cardo? 4,000?
For the people who didn't get an item, 47.50. With 3,000 to everybody who did get an item.
So, like that and experience reminders. And you're gonna have to link, the item descriptions to everyone who gets one.
I mean,
Since you broke them down.
not the best descriptions that I wrote down. Like, that's what I wrote down for the scroll.
Okay.
It still works.
Now.
So, Elfie can write that down. And then Works can write that in. I'm not sure how accurate that is to what Ark said.
Let me see.
I think I missed something on that.
I think that's pretty much what he wrote. Or said.
Alright. So, you all I'll get with Works later and give him the full write-up. It's pretty close.
What's the difference?
The other things that need to be added is, one, the condition can't be caused by something you do. It has to be a condition caused by someone else.
That I don't inflict any conditions.
I know, but for the sake of someone else gets it, or you gain the ability to cause conditions.
Okay.
Secondly, at the very end, it's once per turn per creature.
Oh, that's so good.
So
and then Elfie can give Rowan a write-up on the rod.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, what that means, Works, is let's say Dak is standing in the back, and there are two creatures in front of you, and Yedrin gets up on one and hits it and intimidates it while you're standing right there.
Mm-hmm.
You get the attack. Let's say Dak then trebuchets the other one, and it gets knocked prone. You would get an attack on that one too.
Jesus Christ. But if Dak were to attack the same one, I would not get it.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
And that's where a part of your reach weapon comes in too, because it's easier for you to position between enemies like that.
Uh-huh. I think I might know what my next feat's gonna be. one that's going to extend my reach by 5 feet. It's already busted enough having 10 feet. Imagine me having 15.
You saying that with that voice just sounded really creepy.
Words go brrr.
I'm going to try something.
Okay, so what would everyone else like to do with their day?
Is that better, or do I still sound like a chipmunk?
Chipmunk.
God damn it.
Yeah. What
Actually,
would
you
everyone-
sound a little better.
Yeah, I haven't been noticing it.
Only occasionally it really comes through.
Bless you, whoever. But anyway, what would everyone else like to do with their day? Kato and Works are at the whole little thing that they're doing for the better part of like 5 hours.
Yeesh. Well, there goes for plans for my day.
I'm assuming that like Dak fell into a cuddle pile with a doll and probably was like, "So when did you get so vindictive?"
Is there something you want to talk about?
Oh, I just lost everybody in Roll20.
Oh no! Yeah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
everyone went away. Well, Dak made the tea and some pastries for Alice because she's not gonna lie about that.
Yeah.
Make sure she's situated, gets her a room at the inn, and then goes to check on Date.
Adol is kind of chilling by himself. He has made himself a... He's not drinking tea right now. He has a cup of coffee. And he's drinking it black. He's very quiet right now. And you can see he's put the dragon scales that Yedrin gave him down on the table. And he's just kind of looking at them for the time being.
Dak puts a little like coffee cake streusel muffin in front of him.
Oh. Hi, sweetheart.
Hey. So, what was that back there?
What was what?
You really ripped into Ark about... Yeah.
Can you blame me?
No, I don't.
Look, he's my brother. Yes, I love him, but the man is, for lack of a better word, a sex fiend. You're well aware of it. I'm well aware of it.
I was going to say, I can't deny that, no.
So, what's wrong for me calling him out? Because, look, I hate her. I do. She was his type.
I didn't want him to do that. I didn't want Fiona to do what she did. I just wanted her to go away.
You and me
Let her
both.
go back to the live stream.
You and me
but-
both, but now...
I don't want to think about it. Sorry, I just wanted to check on you because I haven't seen you lash out like that before. At least not in front of me, I guess.
It's rare enough, but I have... Look,
I'm just worried. That's all.
and I understand. It's just, I have my limits too. And... Look, you're the most important thing to me. You're probably one of the only bright spots I have in my entire life. The fact
Please.
that he's so willing to protect someone that hurt you and him and so many other people so badly. How else am I supposed to react?
No, you're right. I don't know what else. I don't know. I just don't know. Honestly, still a little shaken over that entire fight.
think we all are.
It's been a long time since I've had to go face to face with Quetzalcoatl like that.
I was... Let's be honest, I was just as useless as always.
Don't.
She smacked me around like I was a rag doll, and then I fell unconscious.
Look,
So much for the mighty power of Nidhogg, huh?
You tried, at least.
Yeah, I
I-
tried.
The one real attack I did nothing. So
At least you keep people alive. Without you, I'm sure that entire fight would have never happened. Everyone would have just died.
yes, well, I suppose. She just kind of like rubs her face.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
Doesn't feel like I do enough.
You're the only thing that keeps this entire group alive and together. Or have you not realized that yet?
I wouldn't say that I haven't realized it, I just... Her tail kind of like thumps against the ground. I just don't believe it.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
I think it's just because you don't want the responsibility.
I have to admit, I don't like responsibility. Back when we started, and Brahm was like, you can be the leader. I'll be the leader in battle, but you could be the leader. I don't want to be a leader.
You know that they say it's always the people who don't want to be the leader who make the best ones.
Remains to be seen. All I can do apparently is spend money and keep people fed and housed.
Usually that's all people want.
Sad that we can't just be happy with that.
He just
Oh, the
laughs.
call of adventure.
He just laughs a little bit. With the money that you all have made, just being an Operaneus and what you've made from the adventures you've had so far, everyone's set for life. Why do
I know.
you keep doing this to yourselves?
Wanderlust. At least that's mine. I like to see places.
You can do that without nearly getting yourself killed, though.
Yes, but, I mean, if we stop, that's fine, and then what next? What are we going to do? I mean, things are going to keep happening, and we just get rusty, and then when we actually need to do something, then...
Dak, what are you going to do when there's nothing left to see?
Rest, maybe? I'm not sure.
And he just kind of stops and he looks down and he goes, what about us?
I want to be with you, I do. It's just, I don't know. They need me. If I'm not there, like you said, they'd be dead. They can't rely on potions. It's not like I can enchant my spells into cookies for them to take with them to nibble on.
Oh my god, be awesome.
I know.
Erdal rubs his face and he goes, I know how important they are to you, Dak.
You're important to me too, though. And
I
I want to stay here. I want to... Being here is nice. I have a place where I don't feel like a threat to people. That's what it is. I feel like a threat, so I want to be away from people.
I know you do.
I'm scared.
And I know you are. I just... It's been a day.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go take a bath and I think lie down.
Okay. And she goes over to him and puts her arms around him and squeezes him. I love you, alright? I do.
He hugs back and he goes, I love you too.
Mm.
He gets real quiet after that, and he walks into the other room to start drawing a bath.
Jack's gonna go outside. And vanish into the woods for a few days. Goodbye, suckers.
Damn it, get the leash!
No one wants to
Jack!
see Jack. God damn it!
Or at least,
Jack, come here,
or at least
girl.
the bell.
Put a bell on me. I
Who
swear
left,
to God.
who left the door open?
Well, we can just like give you like little bell earrings.
Oh my god, that'd actually be kind of cute.
Oh my god! Jack!
Jack, I got peanut butter!
Jack and Fiona, because I saw it, you have to see it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
if it starts with because I saw it, I don't want to know about it.
No! Oh!
Oh, does it have to be a human one?
Oh,
He was one of my favorites too.
dick move. Dick move.
Baby.
Anyway, Fiona,
Mm-hmm.
attention is now on you. What do you say or do with Skull for the day?
Geez, I'm feeling a bit put on the spot by this.
And do you do anything else with your day?
Hmm. Is there really nothing and nobody else wants to do at the moment?
I
Because
think the thing is we've covered everyone else.
shit.
I mean, depending on what time we get done, I had some other plans to do.
Like what?
So Fiona and Skull just cuddle and sleep the day away because they all need a rest. She feels the ether move as Tart disappears into the wilderness. She wakes up with a start. Where's the potato?
But she's a cat now.
Yeah, now.
Thank you.
Where's
There's
the
no one around. There's no one around your link pearls, Dad. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Shia LaBeouf.
No. No Shia LaBeouf for you.
Plus, you already know Yejun haunts those woods.
Out of the corner eye, you spot him. Spot her. Yadrin Hunt.
Stay out of my daily legal bro.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, so it works. What did you want to do?
So what time is it after we get done? Because I don't have a time reference here.
It's like sunset.
All right. So Orc's having a few hours of rest. Is gonna grab his new goggles.
Contacts.
The contacts.
Contacts.
Because the thing is like I said, they're screw top. They're literally screw top, so you could. They're like
contact
it's a
holders.
contact case.
Okay. So he's gonna go to the contacts, putting take him back to his house, and before he leaves, tell Connor it's like, I'm probably gonna be gone for the night, maybe tomorrow, depending on what happens.
Oh god!
So
the last time you did that, you guys woke up with Yedrin like killing everything with samurai ghosts in the woods.
No. I mean, I'm not going in the woods. I'm going out to Opernaeus.
Oh, I was gonna assume he was gonna like stick the contacts in and spend like 2 days looking at his new beautiful eyes.
Look with your special eyes.
Okay, so you go to Opernaeus.
Yeah. So I let Kato know. It's like, in case anyone asks where I am, I went to Opernaeus.
Okay, you go to Opernaeus.
Works is not going to be staying at the Lullaby because that's way too expensive for his taste.
Yeah.
But he's going to go find he's going to go find a bar, and he's going to like a tavern inn something. And he's he's going to go celebrate his he's going to celebrate his victory. He's going to have a few drinks. Have a good time. Maybe find someone to hook up with.
Oh my god.
He's just gonna have a good night. He's gonna feel good about himself for once.
I'm gonna say that Works ends up finding himself at a Lox's club.
Hell yeah.
Like, Lox finds him like wandering around in the streets. Like, Lox dressed in like the 2-piece.
Yeah.
Actually, like the 3-piece.
Ooh.
Got like the diamond cufflinks on. Kind of finds him like the dark-skinned cat, white hair. He's kind of like opposite coloration of Ark. Kind of like his hair is currently slicked back.
Yeah. Works is in like he took off his armor, put on like not like fancy clothes, but something nice.
He just looks. He just looks at Works. And goes. Kind of like licks his lips a little bit, going.
Oh dear.
Big night.
Wait, what did he say?
It said big night.
Hoping.
All right, come with me.
Yeah, we just got back from mission. I'm actually feeling good about myself for once, so I want to ride this high.
Fair enough. How's everybody else feeling?
Beat up.
Kind of raises an eyebrow at that.
I'll give you the juicy details later. For now, I want to get a drink in me first.
She's like, all right. And takes Works to his club.
And Works is happy for a night.
Yeah, he doesn't treat him, but he just like he gets him in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Works would have been out the door. Please, I know the guy who owns the place.
I protect her.
I'm the something dragon.
It's a platinum dragon.
What am I again?
The red tyrant.
The red tyrant.
Works talks to Locke for a while, and tries to score. Not with Locke, but with a girl.
Roll diplomacy.
I'm gonna say roll. Actually, just roll like a straight charisma.
Can I get a plus? Can I get a plus that since Works is actually feeling really good about himself for once?
Roll a d100.
Do not come home with the clap.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, you'd get a fort save for that.
Don't worry, baby. I got personal protection.
All right, Works. having like seen Ark in action a few times and watched how the rest of the party does it, you're like, okay, confident, but don't be an asshole. Like, you actually hit that sweet spot where you're like, where you're talking to a woman and you're being interested in her, you're illustrating that I think I'm the person for you. But you're also like, you're getting, you've learned, you've gotten a little more suave about it. You're respectful, and you're actually the one that's playing hard to get on them. So they're having to lean in closer. They're asking the questions to you, and you two are having an exchange instead of you normally going like leaning in and doing everything for it. You're letting her come to you.
And he's not putting his foot in his mouth. That's the bigger accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. And you do talk about like how you're the platinum dragon, like you did fairly well at the tournament. You're part of the Agents of Mayhem, and this seems to interest her.
I had this thing, the hot fire bitch, but she left me. No.
I'm kidding.
Play the fucking music, roll 20.
Out of character. It's like, she looked for someone hotter. Not, physically, but, temperaturally.
Do what?
I imagine he would be like, she left me for somebody hotter. Well, she left me for someone hotter twice. One was temperature, one was like,
Who doesn't know about that?
Oh, now I hear the music.
You do?
Yeah.
What's playing?
Something fast-paced.
I'm seeing it called Bloody Heels.
Yeah,
But I'm like, I'm not sure if that's good for walks.
It's still not playing for me. Hang on. There it went. So, works.
Mm-hmm.
As you're like having this conversation and you're like, I'm about to settle in, this night's about to get really good for me. There's a sudden murmur in the bar, and the woman you're talking to kind of gasps a little bit and looks over and like taps your shoulder and like points and goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe it."
Looks over.
You see this woman with striking long white hair, dressed in like an oriental style dress, black, plenty of cleavage showing, gold trim all the way around it. A pair of like ice pick stilettos on. As she comes walking in, you immediately recognize her.
Bitch, paper I wanted.
That's not, oh god, oh, who is that?
It's the grand champion of Cordania.
Oh, okay, I was like, okay. I was thinking that.
The one we were on the pirate ship with for a while, and in the ruins and yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of. She walks in. She's got like the. I know I am the hottest bitch in here swagger going. She walks by and she looks at you. She gives you a little nod and she goes, "Works." And then just keeps on moving.
Just kind of gave her like a slight nod back as she walks by.
Roll a perception. You look back to the woman you were talking to, And she's looking at you like you are a god in human flesh.
Work just looks like it was, no big deal,
Needless to say, you know where that's going. Fade to black.
Yeah. Woohoo!
It only took you 110 sessions.
Yeah, really.
Bunch of sim noises.
Oh god, pixelated.
He finally felt good about himself. And look what happened.
Look what you can do when you believe in yourself. You can get laid.
So with that done, Fion.
Right.
Just put on
Oh,
just put on
jeez. This.
some music.
I was gonna say, if you want an extra second, hey,
Yeah.
just because of all the stupid dragon bullshit, and rumors and stuff. Does a layer of coins actually feel decent?
Just like what?
I made a joke that it's like, hey, the Yijin, after Yijin spruces up their bed and goes to lay down, it's like they look at the guild pouch, it's like, you always talk about dragons doing this. I've all like read. No, let's try it out and just lay coins on the bed and try it out.
Yedrin is laying on their hoard.
It's cold.
Is it sleepable?
Oh my god. Is it sleepable? I mean, for a normal person, no. For you, roll a fortitude save.
Best night's sleep you've ever gotten. It feels so right.
It's like
Best night's sleep you've ever gotten. It
How
feels
many?
so
All right.
right.
How
like
many?
massage beads.
How much gil do you have?
If I got the stuff off Cardo, about 7,500.
With that many gil, you basically make a beanbag chair out of it. Okay, so do you just want to like lay on top of it, or do you want to like put it like beneath your bed?
Try to lay on top of it first, and if it isn't comfortable, try beneath the bed.
Okay, so you put it down on the bed, and you basically like make like a giant puddle of coins that when you lay down and kind of like curl yourself up like a cat into the center of it, it raises like a couple inches over your head. And you kind of like get in, kind of nestle about, and it feels oddly good against your scales. A little chilly against your skin. And eventually you kind of bring your tail around and flop it over your hip. You close your eyes, you're kind of like, I think I could use a pillow, but you sleep comfortably. It's not the worst sleep you've ever had. At least they're all uniform.
Not sure if it's going to be an every night thing, but have to do at least, might do it every now and again just for the hell of it. Especially if I get a lot of money at some point. Like a lot of money.
You are woken up at one point by both Fumi and the Hydra going, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I was muted there, I was going to say. And at that, don't imply it, after all the rumors and jokes and stuff, had to try it at least once. and it's not that bad.
Fair enough. Alright, Fiona, if you don't have the emotional energy for it, that's fine. The only other question I have for you, do you make an attempt to summon Eula?
No, not just yet.
Alright. I believe that is a good place to call it. You all have a week plus of downtime that you can take.